But then I saw that he wasn't going to win on defense anyways.
Yeah, if you go all out.
I wasn't sure if he was going to try to do intrigue against me. So if he wasn't going to do it, then I might have saved the gifts for something else.
Okay, makes sense, makes sense. Okay, thanks for the interview. Again, great game, and good luck in the next round. Although I hope my friends in the Netherlands don't kill me for saying this, but
Are you from the Netherlands?
no, I'm from Bulgaria.
Bulgaria?
Bulgaria,
okay,
yes.
okay. That's one of the Netherlands neighbors, right?
Not exactly, but we travel a lot. We know each other.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
See
Thank you
you
very
in
much,
the next games. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
I hope we didn't kill anyone's ears with this and it went through okay. I didn't have the time to test it. Leave this game, find the decks for James and enjoy my start. So James deck, and then we have this deck, Alessandro. Audio was fine, great! No testing, no preparation, it worked fine. So, next game, Night's Watch Valyrian Steel versus Tyrell Kingdom of Shadows. So I would say this is one of the bad matchups for Night's Watch in general, because we can do almost nothing to Shadows based on my experience and my type of decks. But here we have a very resilient deck in the face of Valyrian Steel. Running double return proved very useful. Breaking Ties is a coming back in the meta, which makes me very happy with this. And then new cards. We see Cletus, Water Dancer Sword, and I don't recall if there was anything new here. Nope. Oh, Cage of Ravenous. Actually, this is very key to find early, because you can put all the attachments for free, basically. So yeah, I forgot about this one. Generally, I don't like it because it is very specific and it's not a weapon. But other than that, I mean, you can definitely use a Cage of Ravens as a weapon, right? Smack someone on the head. Other than that, this looks completely straight and forward. Of course, core wall. A single bound to the wall. James, what are you doing? There is just this justification for two of these, and drop one of these useless attachments, like Noble Lineage. All your characters have power icon. Power icon, yeah. One or more. Oh, actually, John doesn't. Ignore that. Interesting choice of John, but you can find him with fresh recruits, which is 12 in the deck. So that's a good start there, and that's pretty much it. Hand Judgment will prove very useful in the matchup where we have Iron Bank and Hand Judgment, so it could be sexy action here, and Poison Coin. Here, are there new cards? No new cards in the list, so Restricted Trade Routes, Forgotten for the King Plot, First Snow, and so First Snow, Morgulis, Duheris for resets. It will prove very interesting to see, and let's see if there is something out of the ordinary in the character case. A Wild Castle Guard, I would say we haven't used to seeing this. Art Assassins. I mean, this will snipe probably Janus, or will this show there is a pinch in hiding in shadow. There is no other shadow card in the Night's Watch list. Then, unfortunately, Shadow Priestess will be most of the time useless. But a single copy of Queen varies to snipe stuff. Unexpected Gauss 3 of, so that's the engine of the deck, and a discard barrels. Gates of the Gods, I mean, I'm not sure if I hate this card or the combination of discard and discard. Gates of the Gods having the 7 trait is bonkers. 2 copies of Iron Throne. There is no Iron Throne for James, so that would be a very interesting to see. And let's see if the game is around. James mentioned 5 minutes, so maybe it will take. We'll have to wait a little bit. I don't want to terminate the stream for that. Key cards in the matchup. Nighttime Marauders, definitely. Wipe the hand of all those pesky attachments, first chance. They are both on Morgulis, so we'll see some death, but then return is... Oh, there is deck without return of the field. Great job, but there is trader outside, so almost the same for me. Just one of the Farbor, not three of Farbor and Red Wine Straits. Single copy of Star Recept just because of the Sparrows and Gates shenanigans. And what else? Nothing else actually. A pretty straightforward deck. Just see. Is this the wrong Knight of Flowers? I mean, why is this Knight of Flowers here? I think he put the wrong Knight of Flowers, which is very interesting. And didn't realize it up till now. I mean, 5 cost for 4/3 with Renown. And after you play an event, your events are not those events. So then, yeah. Season Woodman. The reason why there is breaking ties in the Night's Watch list is, I would say, discard and discard. I mean, Old Forest Hunters is most of the other standard decks, like 1 or 2 is extremely useful. But Season Woodman saw play in builders for a different reason, but now that whale attack is very important here. And then another way to get rid of your Yoren after you kill the target he has stolen. There are more than enough targets here actually to steal. I don't think there is something that, I mean, Robert, John, and everything else, if it stays in play, is targetable. So you'll be able to... There are quite enough Yoren targets here. And quickly check for games. Game is still not up. Let's see who qualified up to this point. Something that we can kill some time with it. So with this, Canada went through. So this, I have no idea where this goes. US are going through, Andorra is going through, and looks like this will be up to the last game. And they'll face a friendly team of Germany. But at least here we know what's going on. So next matchup is Andorra versus States, and then we see the matchups. Harren's Mystery Knight is it's Nightwatch Kraken, so this is choke. Yep, definitely choke. Versus Nightwatch. Alessandro, what was this Mystery Knight? Yeah, Targaryen. So Targaryen versus Baratheon. Greyjoy versus Stark. Derek is loyalist long time, so Michael, Chris. And then Canada will face Netherlands. I have to look in the stats to see how the matchups favor from the row and maybe prepare something when this is over. But there are very few games left. I would say one of the hardest matchups this time around were UK and Italy. They know each other very well. They played like in almost every big tournament. Most of the players played. And then Canada and Hungary just out of both lineups. It was a hard matchup, but Canada managed to pull through at the end. And I'm very curious when this will be played. I think I played Victor in Stalek. I don't recall. I mean, I don't remember actually. All my memories from there are always fuzzy. But yeah. Okay, James. Up. Okay. Oh, and now we wait. No, stop asking. Passport. Brilliant steel. And then Kingdom of Shadow. Boroneros. Boroneros. Move to my next notes. Yeah. Waiting in anticipation. Cute how the viewership. Come on. Okay. And we're up. Good luck to both of you. Oh. Okay. One thing that we could say for the Nightwatch deck is it's a very fickle mistress with the... Yeah, I know Trey, it's very weird, but this just helps it going more smoothly. Yeah, James addressing the Night of Power issue. Okay, so I assume it is, we all assume, and let's hope Anil was notified. Maybe fix it in the list. So looks like the Night of Hours was fixed. And let's see how this will go. I was about to say that Nightwatch and all the Valyrian Steel decks are very fickle. Valyrian Steel are fickle mistress in the setups. It could go very wrong for you and then very hard to recover. But we'll see how this will go. No idea what the last word means there. So joining in. I would say that Valyrian Steels have a very good decision for Morgan. Do you have a character in hand? Yes or no? Because this could go very wrong with you, with considering how the ratio of character it is. I mean, in the list we have this Knight of Flowers, uh, but we all assume it's the Shadow Knight of Flowers. So, yep, it is the House of Thorns and not the Shadow Knight of Flowers. It's not the Kicksguard Knight of Shadow, Knight of Flowers. Knight of Shadows. I mean, he comes out of Shadows and wins games. It doesn't matter on which side on the board he is. But yeah. Ooh, a good setup. James is running March, Alessandro is not running March, so brave setup, as mentioned before. And I don't know how many times I've said this. This is my favorite setup for Shadows deck. Just ravages them out of the game. I mean, almost works almost every time. But didn't help me installing in my Tyrell Shadow matchup. So at the gates opener for both players, just knowing that there is no March is so huge in regarding what matchup you have. Okay, so James being generous with the Gates of the Moon and Gentleman's Agreement, the second Gate of the Moon. So economy is set, and this is the point where the choke deck just dies. So looks like Tyrell was made to go first, and immediate all town Undercity trigger. Here Forgotten Plans can actually only hit Breaking Price, I think, although that's even not sure. I think Forgotten Plans is non-scheme, and I think Breaking Price is a scheme. Yeah, so actually no target for the Forgotten Plans in Alessandro's list, which is, I mean, 4-4 for 4-4-1 is not actually that dead fault. And no party was the ranging party. Quick marshalling for James. And let's see the challenges phase. Mullins is very key here because regarding what comes out of Shadow, James will have the choice to react to what he doesn't want to happen to him. Interesting enough, Alessandro didn't find the gates. Not Gates of the Moon, but the old gate, or the 7 gate. Yeah, Gates of the Gods. I would have prioritized that one definitely over any after he saw. Ooh, I mean, if you want to lose a character, that's probably the least most expensive. I'm curious why he did a military challenge. I would have considered Intrigue. Just to force the hand of my opponent. I definitely wouldn't want to have Craster in the... I would definitely not want to have Craster in a challenge. With the option that there is the Robert Strong, so I would have considered mulling. Okay, bottom player. Yeah. Not bad, not great. But he'll get rid of the mulling. It will be sufficient for claim. And at this moment I will definitely go intrigue. Our challenge will be unopposed. Oh, bribery would be so amazing in these matchups. Let's kill this guy. Just kill him. Although there is a lot of 2-cost characters in the Nightwatch deck. This is very key. Unfortunately, James won't get the opportunity to march the bastard. And should diplomat cancel the challenge. Yeah. So not much damage done there, and James is on the losing side. Here, definitely. With Merlin being dead. I think he's one of, so not that big of a, yeah, one of, so, but he's very, in the last cycle, one of my favorite characters. And you see here Judgment discarded for reserve. And James is within his reserve. With the Sure Diplomat, even the March is not an option now, so not enough for return and not enough for breaking at this moment in time. So I was wondering what this Sure if everything here it is. It's political disaster, but we won't see political disaster as well. So return without an effect, I would say. Yep. Just a blank pot for James. It's completely fair, considering the Forgotten Plans is blank as well for his opponent, and this will allow to make him first again. The thing I love about these guys is you never do military with them. Most of the cases they'll kill himself in the end for his reaction, and this is something you don't want to happen. Oh, and we see Gates joining the party, and bazillion cards in shadow. And let's see what James will muster here. Reckless, draw a card, go for 2, 3-finger hop, minus pick, draw a card. Unfortunately, Hope may not survive this marshalling phase. Not the marshalling phase. Oh, Corin. Okay. And a burst to protect Hope. So, all good. Always good in the world. So Corin will be jumping heads. Definitely. Power challenge. I wonder if it's worth to just pause it and bait the Robert Strong. But do you care actually when you have protection in the face of Messenger Raven? Let's just let it on a pulse, James. Yep. Seems like a good call. Unexpected guile. Ooh, there will be even a card. And this will go back to shadow. I mean, just because how relevant and consistent this deck is, people should start running nightmares just to get rid of that stupid card. Ooh, pinch. Now that will hurt. So Corin goes back to hand. Ooh, very rough start for James here. And looks like Alessandro is well aware of the matchup as well. And how to navigate it properly. Now I won't be surprised to see a military challenge. Just because there was no card brought out of shadow, I think. A character, this was specifically for character, right? For character, so yeah. The military will go through definitely. And the question is what's given for claim here. And the James going for a military challenge, forcing Nighttime Marauders. And we see so uses King's Road and Rose Road. Double key. Ooh, that James, that's a terrible hand. That is definitely a terrible hand. As I was saying, luckily for James there is no what's his face? The Robert Frank to kill the ranging party, but it's not late. Flair will defend and will defend with both of them. Luckily there is no attachment to give strength. And Lord Commander went for the pillage. Interesting enough, people forget that this card has pillage as well. Happened to me several times. People not triggering the pillage. And we see an intro challenge with Hope and Craster. This is just to play around the Shrewd Diplomat. There is 6 reserve there, so two cards will definitely go away. Unopposed. Discard random Knight of Flowers. Okay, so this is the right Knight of Flowers. Problem solved. Yep. I mean, that's a good discard for James. That's what you want to see. Unfortunately, there is no... That's why you have to run 2 copies of Bound to the Wall James, at least 2. I mean, in 75 card deck, it doesn't matter how many copies you run of anything, but... and Hope will trigger. Put few cards. Station. Draw them cards. Unfortunately, the Marauder stayed on the board. So for claim, for reserve, we see just Hagen's daughter. Down there. One of those annoying cards. Let's see what else we would expect to see. I would have considered hiding this because I think the gold was returned in the end and wasn't spent after the intrigue challenge. But then you have to keep it. Yeah, probably was the right choice, but I would definitely want these guys to be always in shadows and show their ugly face as breaking ties into first now of winter. So hope will be sacrificed to get the miners pick back. Unfortunately, nothing to attach the set miners pick. So just before the marshalling ends, I would expect hope to be sacrificed and return something to the hand. Or just now to return Gates of the Moon to hand, limiting the economy, but I'm not sure that's a great decision. So card in shadow, card in shadow. James is at 8 gold without the underground vault. So wait, how? 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 8 minus kick. I swam that card in the review last cycle. Oh, fresh recruits. Oh, that's something that will help. And judgment for 3. Very expensive hand judgment. We will Alessandro consider it. Okay, looks like it wasn't cancelled, so we see Corin, Cletus and Season Woodman. We see Cletus marshaled. Cletus will steal a gold for Corin, and Corin will come with a dupe. The Rose Road. There is one more in the and Corin and the Corin. And sacrifice Hop. Sacrifice Hop to return the Marauders. Or would you like to have hopping? An interesting obsidian arrows on hop for the card draw. Oh, a gold. So what will that gold bring? The other road. Breaking ties. Return Gate of the Moon. What? What's this? Obsidian arrow was placed there. Oh, he double played it actually. Smart. That was, and now it will go back to hand. I wonder why he didn't remove the Marauders. I mean, actually, there is completely understandable solution there. You don't want them in hand, never. So that makes sense. So he won't be able to reuse them. And you see military challenge for 6. That is 6. So just defend and stand. Corin, defend, stand, kill the bastard. Why with both? James, why with both? Sir Chompy Chomp will come now and get the party. Let's see, there's a Robot Strong working in the shadows. I would have defended just with Corin and then stood up Corin and killed the bastard. I think this is over defending. definitely. But then again, the greedy plays are not what wins games more in some cases. Oh, wait, what? Uh, why not Corin? Not sure what James was thinking. Actually, I'm not clear about the idea behind the play. But it's a good thing. So now one down, more to go. Ooh, Paris, Paris. Uh, I wonder why. There is no close call. Interesting choice. I mean, okay. Uh, I would imagine that's the only thing for me I haven't triggered in the Iron Throne. The optional keywords, just because it will make my clicking even more annoying to handle, I would say. Uh, Still curious why James decided to kill Corin there. Definitely gonna ask him after this. Uh, just for my own curiosity. Intrigue, challenge, stealthing, Craster. And the position with Cletus. So Varys should be bumped here with the attachment and return to Shadow. Maybe that's why James was hesitant to just straight out kill him. But that doesn't make. But yeah, but yeah, Varys will be definitely return to Shadow here. Let's do discarded at random. Unfortunately, that is a character. That's not something you want to see. And unexpected down and Varys himself. Unfortunately, there was no wild character to jump that Varys. And James going back with Intrigue. And then Power. Ooh, that's a good, an okay discard, I would say. And Power Challenge. Oh! Now this makes more sense to stand Corin. Okay, so one Craster down, one more to go. Smart, James is smart. How many more Crasters? One more. Okay. I'm pretty sure all of us were baffled by this to some extent. But now there is renown. I wonder if James will take the renown now. Or did he already? Okay, so looks like he stopped his keywords. And ambushing obsidian arrow for a card draw. Oh, for a gold. Why gold? Gold? Or just to win the dominance? Maybe just to win the dominance. Create the stealing all the gold. And fresh recruits now. If James drew into one, would make sense. But that will force the opponent to Murgulis. Definitely, or do carries. Okay, minor speak. So in James' position, I would probably go into my second return because there will be how did you pilot this thing to the final James without realizing there is a limit? So discard is hand judgment bottom flare gates. Looks like Alessandro realized that his hand judgment are way too expensive for his Viking. And we have March into trade routes. Oh, gold galore. Wait! Why are you in the draw phase? What happened with Credus? Guys, you're clicking way too fast. Credus. Once per phase. You owe the gold. There's nothing back. Oh. Twice. Get the gold, James. Shouting at people over the internet. What age for us to live in? Machine is getting paid for me. Okay, and here comes the engine of the deck. Obsidian arrows for 0. Draw. Yep. Makes sense. Current duty, draw. And the woodman is done with this for this phase. There is some sort of shaking on my screen that I don't know where it's coming from. Definitely they are. Maybe James just by reflex clicked through it. I mean, Credus is relevantly new. At least he now got 1 gold back. He could have been 2 gold ahead. Underground gold. But those action windows are definitely turned on, Trey. At least I know for me they are definitely turned on. I have them like for all the phases annoying my opponents. So we have first now one of the trade routes used, March used, breaking ties used. Yep. Oh, and there is Arbor and enter 9 cards in shadow. Ooh, that's not something you want to see. Take gold. Take gold. Would be happy if people that disconnect every 30 seconds to stop trying to connect back. He did the same. No, this is someone else. And military with the forest hunter. I wonder why 8 gold. I don't. Is there Ari in the list? Nothing. Maybe no characters in hand. Wrong list. No Ari. So that 8 gold is very suspicious. I would say catapult, maybe. Working somewhere in the shadows. Google, stop listening. Unopposed. And I would probably sit at this and leave it as it is. 3 gold. Oh, John bringing someone with himself. I wonder why now. So first Old Town and then someone else to join the party. And bottom flare to get rid of the seasonal one. Oh, this is mid challenge. Okay. And renown. The hair Duke himself. And now there is no gold for Sir Chompy Chomp, so just go into the power challenge. And then the intrigue challenge. Okay, so there is maybe Sir Chompy Chomp. Aram Bank. And judgment. A little bit too late, James. A little bit too late. If you. Oh, these bastards. These annoying bastards. So, if James stolen gold a little bit earlier, there would have been enough gold for Cunnington. We came out of shadow and do all this bullshit now. Luckily for James, there is political disaster in his plotline. Unfortunately, he has more locations than his opponent. And the 2 trade routes are gone. So there was maximum used out of them. This matchup can be won purely by these bastards. What? Why? Ooh, see? That's what happens. Sparrows, Nighttime Marauders. Take the Marauders. Or the comes out of Shadow Bota, come out of Shadow, but the Marauders is a better body. So take the Marauders definitely. Yep. And I wonder why no intrigue challenge. Looks like he would like to defend it. But that intrigue with 1 gold, 2 gold. Yeah, this will be able to come out of shadow definitely second time and win the intrigue challenge. Maybe. Maybe win the intrigue challenge through diplomat. Okay, so no win of the intrigue challenge. Let's see what's the discard pile. What will hit the discard pile? Poison coin. Foreign. Oof. Cage judgment. And Cage of Ravens discarded. Interesting choice for IQ, although we know that then we'll see all the attachments come back. Um, 7 to 4. I wonder if it's time for political disaster or a second return. Maybe time for a second return to just reuse the woodman. Definitely not time for Morgulis, although I would love to see all three of those bastards killed. Definitely the sparrows. I'm not sure why Alessandro chose to keep them on the board. So I think for James here is return, just to make sure. So what players have left is political disaster, return, and Morgulis for James. And for Alessandro, it's Forgotten Ones, Duheris and Morgulis. So we see Duheris into return. Nighttime Marauder got sacrificed for a gold and a card. Who is first? Alessandro will be first. Read us. Read us. Trigger immediately before you forget. And we'll see several more cards go into shadow. Unfortunately, all these now can be returned to shadow with the Ooh, catapult. Draw a card, draw a card. So much card draw. He's almost up to the cards that Alessandro drew. James, good guy James remembering to trigger Cridus. And Tangled. I wonder if it's time for... Oh, Yoren. Sparrows? Yep, they look like the most threatening. I do agree with that. Any dupe? Raven to protect from the flare, or just survive by some chance. First action, trigger Cridus. I mean, 5 gold is still more than enough. We've seen 1 iron bank used, but 2 of the hand judgments are gone. And for James, not a single hand judgment drawn yet. As I said before, intrigue challenge is there, and poison coins played, so I don't think they are trio. Only 2 poison coins to engagement, so there are 2 more iron banks only left. Oh, so Robot Strong. Regarding the Undercity. Minor pick Marshall for gold. I wonder why James just didn't kill the bastard. With the catapult. Just kill the poor bastard. And Shadow Tower Mason give him for claim. Military challenge. 8. Probably go on a post and the sparrows. Even maybe for claim. Or the dupe out of Furin, but look like sparrows was the safer choice. There. And end of challenges. So military or intrigue? I'm surprised of the use of unexpected guile. I would have expected to see it a lot more often. And there is Iron Bank. Hand Judgment. Unfortunately, no Hand Judgment. Unopposed. Ooh. Judgment. That will teach him. Yep, no catapult there. Very interesting choice in decision making. Maybe James did not want to waste his only power icon and to leave on an opposed power challenge. Yeah, but then the Woodsman is staying nailed for 2 turns. And Political Disaster into Morgulus. At least Yoren will stay on the board. We see Gates and Arbor Chosen. Obviously, everything else is duped. And Season will not know the attachments. Luckily enough, Yoren can get every attachment there is in that deck. Unfortunately, James set 4 reserve with not much gold to work with. But I mean, if there is another one in Shadowy, that is. I would say that the Morgulus was expected this turn, else you walk it for a last spot, and that's not a good practice. And we see that players actively avoid to do it. Now James has walked Morgulus for last spot into Forgotten Plans. And Alessandro should be aware of this fact, so I don't expect to see anything staying out in the open. And I'm not sure how much James will actually marshal here as well. Form for a card draw, and he continues drawing cards, which is also surprising. Maybe he's looking for that one of Master Raymond. That rose is in hand from turn round, round 1 probably. Builder. I mean, it's a good turn to see the wall finally. If he managed to draw it. Card duty for a last card draw. Oh no, this was surprising for a gold fight. Looks like he found what he wants. But his last plot is Murgulis. Yep, I'm definitely not Murgulis, so I don't see him closing the game now, and I don't see a point in marshalling that much here. Although, but that way he will be able to save all his attachments in one way or another. The Dragon Glass Dagger on the ranging party is very nice because it won't be able to be sniped by Corin, by Sir Robert Strong, because he will be immune to character abilities. And a note for its hunter, discarding feathers for gold. A little bit too late, my friend, for a Duke. And let's see what how Alessandro will approach the situation. And Varis. Luckily no keywords. Trigger Old Town. That's a cheap trigger for Old Town now at this stage in the game. And an opportunity challenge. Oh, I'm falling asleep. Unexpected guy to draw a card. And a pinch on the ranging party. And card draw and go back to shadow. And still 3 gold, so he'll probably be able to stop the power challenge in this situation, that being Alessandro. James will have to discard 5 cards for reserve. Ooh, Sparrows. Oh, that's not what we want to see here. And Guile. When did James use the Old Forest Hunters? In what phase? So I'm pretty sure there is how much strength is Varys? Varys is 4 strength, so I'm pretty sure he could have killed Varys. Or maybe not, because the unexpected guy would have come out then. Which is John discarded at random. This is the second copy. Oh no, he was returned to hand earlier, so yeah. And military for Janopov. Dominant will go to James. We see what alliances were discarded for gold. And dominant goes to James. Unfortunately, there will be few more attachments. That will have to go away. We see John discarded. Is by the guard with 4 gold on Old Town. Yep. Okay, so now that makes sense why he discarded so many cards in the end. Добре, покажи. Извиняюсь. Добре. And могу listen to Forgotten Plans. Yep. Sorry about that, guys. So what did else went to? Oh, minus pick. Makes sense. That terrible card. Seven gold on a Morgulus turn. Must feel nice. So is the ranging party ever safe to stay on the board? Just because the existence of pinch and all the other shenanigans that there are in the Tyrell deck. Three finger hop and good old shenanigans. Gold from Valyrian Steel. So in the end, that row reserve worked out in some way, just being in the fact that he found the seed by the guard. Drang was dagger on the ranging party. On hop. Why on hop? Push through the intrigues or to defend the intrigues? There is stealth there. I think from here it's slow control for the Tyrell matchup. And one call on the ranging party maybe, or again on hop. The ranging party this time around. There are a lot of bad things that could happen now on this small board. So now that hope is protected, maybe go for the challenge, but there is no merit to it. Other thing is that try to defend the intrigue. Unfortunately, there is stealth to that. I think that the reigning party will go back to him definitely, and then something will happen to Hope. We know that the Sparrows went to Shadows last turn, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, when did this thing got discarded? For reserve. I got discarded, sorry about that. My wife was telling me good night. But it's late for us. What happened to the Sparrows? Okay, so they are in Shadow. Some quick math for James, and he decided that there is room for him to do challenges. And I assume next time he is going to go into political disaster. If something else. And that's it. The Mugly Sparrows. 10 power obligatory defense 712 Q yep so Sparrows will go back to Shadow and that will be 11 12 13 so there needs to be an intrigue icon or oh, no he's winning with dominance so looks like that will be it military unopposed to 13 Sparrows for dominance and one was for gold and that will be that Sparrows are two right I'm there too and Sparrows 13 and dominance a little bit anticlimactic end to the game. I think James could have put the attachment on the ranging party, then they would have been immune to Sir Robert Strong. Interview. Yeah. Okay. James, wanna tell us what went wrong? Yep, I think that Alessandro draw was very consistent to what's expected of the deck. A few things didn't align for James. To the last statement, I do not agree. All of them are used to play under pressure constantly. As mentioned, maybe people should start running nightmares for just for this matchup. I mean, nightmares is universally useful in a lot of other places, but in this matchup, a timely nightmares could seal the deal with just removing the one of the unexpected guiles. Okay, so looks like no one wants to do an interview with me, so I do agree with James. So I won't ruin his parade here. So I will sign off now. Maybe I will wait a little bit for James to. Okay, so looks like it's late for him as well. Although, yeah, for me too. So thank you all for joining me in the last 2 hours and a half. Been pleasure streaming as always. We had two great games today. And bye bye. See you in the next one.